brand new purple light. Friends, brand new purple light. Friends, facts, brand new purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego, and I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, 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 welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for this evening, Brother Red Pillar. Don't you love the way that we start these shows with that mellow music, that easy, breezy, we call it cosmic soul over here. You know, it allows me to take off or land my plane or begin what I need to do on a very calm note. You know, that cosmic soul opens up the portals. You know, it opens up the quote unquote soulful, the cosmic soul gates, I think. You know, it just sets the mood. And mood is everything. Frequency is everything. That's why, shout out to my brother Rich, aka Radiohead Rich. I was going through archives the other day on Black Magic 363, and Brother Rich would open up his videos with my music, the Scorpion King music. Every single album that me and Blue worked on, in so many ways, we would be on the intros to some very classic videos, mind you, you know. One thing about the archives, a lot of people from Sonetta to Brother Rich to Baba TV, you know, these archives are classics because the neighborhoods that are in those videos are no longer there. A lot of the people in the background are no longer there. A lot of the people in front of the cameras are no longer there. And it's just archival. It's part of a archived classic period. But yeah, man. Definitely shout out to the brother for opening up those videos with the music. Scorpion King back in the days, the Prince song, Mimosa, Samosa. You feel me? Like all of these were on these intros. And I'm saying all of that to say, if you have a favorite artist that's out there, the best, if you're a content creator, if you make content, if you have a small platform, a micro platform, all the way to a macro platform, there's no such thing as a micro platform, because Mr. Beast started out with 5 people watching him. The Kai Sinets, a Joe Button. Everybody started out the same place with 1 follower or 1 watcher and whatnot. And then they eventually became from micro to macro. So it's not about the numbers, it's about the quality. If you got love for an artist, tag them in the first 15 seconds of a video that you put out. Make sure you put their music in your video, because that is a way to pay that artist back. That is a way to add on streams. That's a way to feed that artist. That's a way to help that artist get his quote unquote royalties and whatnot. That's love. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? Videos that play on YouTube count for streams. I don't know if y'all know that or not. So anytime you making videos or content, make sure to put my shit in your video. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure to put my music in your video. You know what I mean? At least 15 seconds of it. I don't care what song it is, but give me give me, let me, you know, you see how they got in the nature movie or nature shows, they'll have like a big ass whale, and then they got the other fish that's riding with the whale. Well, I'm the little fish. I'm the little fish. It's funny that you said that we need to do the song with the homeless guy, who's not homeless. First of all, he's unhoused, right? He's unhoused. Okay. There's a large portion of people in Atlanta that's unhoused, and being what people may call homeless or unhoused. I remember going live, and I was downtown, and I was talking about that. I was like, why are so many people unhoused? And the people who came through, who were called migrants, they was out there getting to the money, getting to, you know, they were active. And the people who were unhoused were like intense and whatnot, not doing anything. I'm like, yo, we need a labor force. We need a labor force. We need a whole we looking at this thing the wrong way. We're looking at this thing the wrong way. We need a labor force. Son got bars. Yeah, he got bars. He is going to be a perfect example to show everybody the new paradigm that we live in is about the bottom coming up again. We in a whole new era of what they call hip hop and whatnot. Homie is higher, infinite power, healing our people. He said that he voluntarily got up one day and decided to not pay bills and live off the land. That's what the homie said. And if anybody remembers, right, we've been on these nostalgia type of shows where we go back in time. When we went back in time, I was telling people when I was in Atlanta in 2012, people from Dr. York's land, they were, you know, that's around the time when they got raided and whatnot. And there was a lot of people in Atlanta from the land who were trying to figure things out and whatnot. And a lot of people, you know, they got absorbed into what is known as Atlanta, with removing the T, Atlanta, you know what I mean? Or Atalanta, you know. But yeah, it's good to see the brother as an underdog. I inboxed Rich right away. I said, yo, Rich, let's go ahead and do a live stream, not a YouTube. Let's do like a Twitch live stream where we doing we making a song with him in the booth. I got a lineup that would be out of this world. I just don't want to put it out there just because of the simple fact I don't want nobody to go ahead and bite off something that they can't chew. Let's do roll call. Let's do roll call. You know, but Sun is gonna blow up. He should have blown up this weekend. He's in Atlanta. I mean, it shouldn't take long, right? The power of going viral. He should be. He should have, like, the way that, you know. Once again, we know that we know that something is broken. Why is something broken? That story right there of this artist is a perfect example of why something's broken. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, let's find out right now. So we don't just. I don't want nobody to be in the audience and be like, "What is Red Pill talking about?" I could show you better than I could tell you. Okay. I can show you better than I can tell you.
This AI makes cheaper and better ads than VO3.
We got Seattle in the building. We got Chicago in the building. Cincinnati in the building. We got Arkansas in the building. Charleston is in the building. All right.
Trying to get picked up by God, just like the prophet Elijah. Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. My boy going hard. All right. Seattle. We got Charlotte in this thing. We got Gainesville in this thing. Cincinnati, DC proper. Columbus, Ohio. All right. We got Hollywood. San Francisco. We got San Francisco in the building. Los Angeles, San Jose, Santa Rosa, Oregon in the building, Detroit in the building, Harlem in the building. Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
I'm trying to get picked up by God, just like the prophet Elijah. Hey, bud, I can play dumb, but you know a nigga wiser. We don't listen to killing music no more, cause that shit really dried up. And I wouldn't be me if I didn't say freak Malachi York. Hey, time out.
Oh.
I'm trying to get picked up by God, just like the prophet Elijah. Hey, bud, I can play dumb, but you know a nigga wiser. We don't listen to killing music no more, cause that shit really dried up. And I wouldn't be me if I didn't say freak Malachi York. Hey, time out.
To this day. Oh. Yeah. All right. Man.
Hey, I love everybody that love me. You know what I'm saying?
If anybody familiar with Laser Dim 700, this is his flow right here. This is Laser Dim.
Then a lamb, fine piece and a lamb, not a guinea. I wanna see a sham by this weekend, get bored and go scroll through this phone. But did you know that phone was a Ouija?
He said, I'm in the land, but not the guinea. Did you know the phone was a Ouija?
Fine piece and a lamb, not a guinea. I wanna
find peace in the lamb, not a guinea. Fine shit. Find peace. Yo, this is Laser Dim's evil twin. Facts. This is the shit that the young boys like Black Boy Max and all of them. This is what they call underground. Right? This is what the youth, the young what they call YMs. This is what they call underground. This is the flow. It's an offbeat type of shit. This is a new cadence, right? But this is what's lit. This is what got Laser Dim lit, right? This is fucking Laser Dim flow. Understand? And he on that beat is crazy. This is the beat that the young boy is on when he doing the song. He's like he made the beat too. The little Chicago dude, Chief Do It, Lil Chief Do It. This brother right here, he's in Atlanta. Somebody said, who is this brother? I'm gonna drop his IG. Whoever got his IG, drop it in here. I already have put out some feelers. If anybody got his contact, slip them to me. Did you know what the phone was a weed?
Oh. Yeah. All right. Man.
Hey, Hey, I love everybody that love me.
He going viral. You know what I'm talking about?
I
He's
see
going
the
viral
hate.
though.
I chop
He's
demons'
lit.
heads out for a living. Rahubé, Nut Ukre, then a lamb. Find peace in a lamb, not a guinea. I wanna see a sham by this weekend. Get bored and go scroll through this phone. But did you know that phone was a Ouija? I opened up the top, Georgia dome and down, so fluid ounces of Fiji. I'm up at the top of the mountain, bet off high-fiving women and trying to reach me. I don't really listen to people that talk, to just be talking. I really be peeping. I got that straight vision. I can see straight through all of you, so I don't bother you. Doing my father say not what you wanna do. I lie prostrate to get my all to you. It's not about race. I stay in my place in the first place. Not finna walk with you. See a demon, chop the head the fuck off of you. Get behind me. For living.
Boy, wow. I gotta listen to the bars though. Remember, chaos magician, right? You talk about authenticity as a superpower, strip it all away, right? Take a nigga everything that what rap book for rich. We in a retrograde. So this is rap upside down. And I'm talking about Superman 3. This is Superman 3. This is rap upside down, nigga. This is the motherfucking boys. This is hip hop flipped inside out. Anti-pieces of hip hop, nigga. DMX didn't even give you niggas DMX when he was homeless. So he the voice of more niggas that's in the streets than that's in houses from Blackstone right now. And it's symbolically
in a lamb. Find peace in a lamb, not a guinea. I wanna see a sham by this weekend. Get bored and go scroll through this phone. But did you know that phone was a Ouija? I opened up the top, Georgia dome and down, so fluid ounces of Fiji. I'm up at the top of the mountain, bet off high-fiving women and trying to reach me. I don't really listen to people that talk, to just be talking. I really be peeping. I got that straight vision. I can see straight through all of you, so I don't bother you. Doing my father say not what you wanna do. I lie prostrate to get my all to you. It's not about race. I stay in my place in the first place. Not finna walk with you. See a demon, chop the head the fuck off of you. Get behind me.
I listen to what my father say, right? That's the Dr. York shit. I listen to what my father say. Chop the head off of a demon. So he's unhoused. He's not a demon in his own right. He could be a demon chopping other demons' heads off on some old Book of Eli type shit. You feel me? He's on whatever his hero's journey is. Got yourself a story, guys, right? This is how stars are made these days, through the internet, through social and whatnot. Watch son take off. That's my word. Give it 30 days, he's out of here.
Don't want to talk to you. Look in the mirror, tell myself it's about you. I'm in control like a fucking Roku, nigga. Get out my way. Let a nigga walk through. I'm finna blow up like a pregnant lady. It ain't finna take 9 months.
To this day.
Get out of my way. Sound bites for days, right? So imagine the TikTok movement that you can build off of this. This is where my clippers come in. Where my clippers at? Where my clippers at? This is how the clippers come through. With my KTL clippers. Y'all gotta come on the court. I got a lineup too. I'm gonna show you a video. They start sending me clips. The first person to clip this or to AI this video, y'all gonna go viral. I'm just throwing out a nugget right there. I'm gonna get on it. Don't let me do it before you though, but I'm definitely on it. But yeah, when we link up with him, we're gonna make magic. Let's just say that. When we link up with the God, we're gonna make magic. That's crazy too, the parallels between him and my dude G Young, aka Lucky, who just made transition, right? This dude right here, he goes on a highway and he panhandles and whatnot, right? He panhandles, he asks money on the highway, right? And he's unhoused and he's a little outside of the box, right? As you can see, he's drawing a little bit outside of the line and whatnot.
Scroll through this phone, but did you know that phone was a widget? I opened up the top, Georgia Dome and down, so fluid ounces of Fiji. I'm up at the top of the mountain, bet off high-fiving women that trying to reach me. I don't really listen to people that talk, to just be talking. I really be peeping. I got that straight vision. I can see straight through all of you, so I don't bother you.
That's the ATL flow, by the way. That's their flow. That's the flow that they're going with right now because Laser Dim is blowing up off of that flow. So he's in a good place. He's in a good place. He mastered that. You know what I'm talking about? He mastered that. You know what I mean? So salute to the God. And we will tap in with him. Tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, is sponsored by Yap It, and it's also sponsored by KTL Plus. I just want to put that out there. We also have announcements to make tonight. We do have announcements to make. Tonight is a legendary show. Tonight is going to be one of those ones. I just wanted everybody to come in the building and make sure that it filled up before I brought my guest on. Now, I made an announcement, and that announcement made a lot of ripples in the hood, right? People were very excited about the fact that I made the announcement that I am doing a masterclass with our good brother, Chicago Crypto Block Bully. You know what I'm talking about? And we are naming it Pay Us in Crypto. So real quick, y'all.
Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas if it's smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard your way up in Frisco. And you say what the heck so. Let me play up your snip nose. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the J up and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play up.
Hey, ha, ha, ha. Hold on. Pay us in crypto, baby. Pay us in crypto, all right? So the announcement was made that Pay Us in Crypto is the next masterclass that we're going to be bringing to the family. The family responded unanimously. I've been selling quote unquote tickets since I made that announcement. Y'all have shown me that this is something that y'all are extremely enthusiastic about. Y'all also are letting me know that this is something that y'all truly want and y'all need. So I'm very I'm glad that I'm on time. I'm glad my timing is what it is because you know, it's a lot going on right now financially. And everybody that I know, they like, yo, if you got an opportunity out there, let me know about it because I could use the extra income stream. And I also want to know what's going on with this crypto stuff because I'm hearing about it. I'm hearing Donald Trump all of a sudden, you know, Mr. Money Man talk about this crypto stuff. Like I've never heard a president embrace a new economic, quote unquote, model the way that we're hearing Mr. Trump speak on it. So tonight we put together a monumental presentation called The Genius of the Genius Act. We're going to introduce you to our good brother H Factor, who is a part of the KTL and the KTL Plus network. But without any further ado, before we do that, we want to open up the floor for our first guest, the legend, the one that needs no introduction. However, I'm not going to assume that everybody knows this good brother. So this brother right here, Chicago Crypto Block Bully, is a trailblazer, a pioneer in the quote unquote space of what we would call digital sovereignty, right? He's allowed millions of people the opportunity to become digitally sovereign, to build up their assets, to store value and wealth and prepare them for what we call a better tomorrow, the day that's coming where everything will change and all of our quote unquote sacrifices are going to bear fruit. This brother's reputation is solid. This brother is his proof of work is unmatched. I don't know anyone in any space in Black America, even a lot of the quote unquote Europeans and whatnot, they don't have half of the intellect and the proof of work of what this brother has been able to do for God's children, for the chosen ones, and for the streets because he is from Chicago and he's outside. And we've had the pleasure of having this brother on many of our quote unquote platforms that we've owned over the years. And tonight's conversation is actually a continuum. It's not a new conversation. We're not introducing them. This is not a lecture. This is simply a continuation of a quote unquote multiple chains of events. This is actually a victory lap and a celebration because this brother, we need to reevaluate his value and we need to correct his valuation because we do have a trillionaire in our presence. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our good brother, none other than Bitcoin Block Bully.
Peace, 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 peace. What's going on, family? How's my audio coming through? Let me know if I'm clear, Red, before I get to going.
Peace to the God.
To this day. To this day.
Should I put the spooky music on or we good with the acapella? You let me know because you.
Hey, you know when I do my shows, I rock with music damn near the whole show, man. If you want to rock with music, let's rock with it.
You don't gotta say nothing. Keep talking. Let's go.
We can rock with it. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in, tapping in right now. As always, Red, I gotta give oh man, I gotta give high honors to you, your brother, Know the Ledger, definitely brother Rich, Black Magic. That whole wave, man, y'all really brought me out here to the people, and it was beautiful what you said about me being able to help, especially God's people, Joe, because that's really been the goal. That's really been the goal, and you know, through the grace of God, through the grace of Allah, I've been able to actually hold that torch, bear that torch, keep it burning, and actually be able to assist other individuals in lighting that torch up and lighting their own way. You know what I'm saying? The things I've done over the last couple of years, and honestly, bro, have amazed myself. Because I never thought I'd be in the position that I'm in right now. Actually being able to help people financially at that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to help in other aspects, but I think one of the biggest problems we have, especially in quote-unquote Black America, is our economic community, our economic standpoint. And the fact that I've been able to come through and shatter that original paradigm and wake people up to a whole new world, what I like to call the new money matrix, something else, bro. So I appreciate y'all bringing me to the community, and I appreciate the community jumping on and trusting me with the amount of trust they've given me. Yeah, first time on screen, I got the shiesty on, man. This the Chicago headgear right now, man.
That's right. You know,
we in shiesty season out here, but don't get it twisted though. We still repping the big B's over here. Bitcoin all day. Bitcoin all day. We got something big for y'all on the 15th too. Something big for y'all on the 15th. You don't even know.
Man, Blade, I don't think y'all understand. I really don't think y'all understand. You know, real talk. I want you to talk to us about the new money matrix. I mean, that's something that I'm familiar with, but you know, it makes so much sense these days. You know, it's one of those brands that, as time goes by, the brand becomes stronger because the reality of it has become stronger. So give us a vision, right? For those who may be visionless or lack vision, right? Give us a vision of what the new money matrix is in the present. I want us to be presently present. This is August the 4th, 2025. I got 5 on it. Let's go.
Hey, and what's crazy, if I'm not mistaken, man, I hope y'all still got the video, but the first time y'all ever had me on y'all broadcast, I think Bitcoin was $3,000. I think it was $3,000 the first time y'all brought me on.
No, we got to evaluate that. I need fact checkers. Where my fact checkers at?
They in the chat. They in the chat. Some of them remember that. In fact, it was Money Making Mitch Mondays.
Money Making Mitch Mondays.
Money Making Mitch Monday, man. $3,000 Bitcoin, and y'all brought me on to tell the world. 3 or 5. It was under 10. I'm gonna say 3 or 5, but I think it was more around 3,200 or something to that effect. Y'all introduced me to the world, Joe. And anybody that took heed to that show and made any type of moves where we're sitting right now, what, 5 years later, going on 6 years later, it's definitely made a difference in your life.
All right, so look, because I participate in, you know, in the act of, you know, what I call nation building, and the best nation is your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So in my imagination, there was somebody that show who hit a lick the day before and had 30 bands. It was sipping sea moss and heard you say that Bitcoin was 3 bands and they went all in.
Man, bro.
You got to speak these type of things into reality.
Facts. No, fact.
You know?
And there's probably somebody in the chat right now that made that move. And it be people speaking up sometimes. It be people speaking up. Hey, I've got some emails throughout my time, bro, explaining to me like, man, Joe, I'm up. Like, I've never seen money like this before. And it's not even from a bragging standpoint. It's from a thank you standpoint. Like, man, I didn't have this. I got a house now for my family. I'm back in good graces with my family.
I got an email one day from Moby Dick.
What?
I got an email one day from Moby Dick at Gmail. It was a whale, my nigga. It was a whale. It was a Bitcoin whale. And they emailed me with a picture of about 30 Bitcoins, bro. A picture of the wallet, 30 Bitcoins. Yo, I was tapped in with your bro with Bitcoin. He said that he tapped in with the actual D Miller L. They was giving up. They was called Bitcoin Boys. The Bitcoin Boys back in the days. They was in the they was on our blog talk show 2013. So if anybody pull up how much was Bitcoin worth in 2013, they were on our blog talk show giving up all the game. They were actually the first ones who they put Bitcoin in a wallet and just stored it for me and Blue as a result of the money. One day I was in my emails and I found my wallet in Coinbase. But anyway, I had a whale email me, bro. Like, yeah, I'm all the way up. This was like 2020 and whatnot when Bitcoin was going crazy. So there are people that exist amongst us who have benefited immensely from just, you know, just one show. Just one gesture and whatnot. Not to mention that how many shows would you say that you put forth, my good brother, while remaining faceless?
Man, you talking about just on YouTube or just
altogether? Because let me understand what you're saying about when you came on the show and you was able to do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have your channel and you was doing other things before that?
Mm-hmm. Wait, ask the question one more time and make sure I got you right.
When you came on the show, did you have like a show before? Did you already have a show?
Oh, yeah. So to be honest with everybody, man, I have been doing what I call coffee and crypto from at least 2017.
Okay.
Up until I got up with y'all, I was doing coffee and crypto, but it was on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook more so than anything. I started a YouTube channel, but I wasn't a YouTuber, bro. I was fresh off the streets, and I'm just seeing at that time in 2016, 2017 that people were making videos about crypto. So I'm like, okay, this is what you do. Let me start making videos.
I carved the errors up into through the platforms. Like I'm able to identify the errors through platforms. So there's the Blog Talk era, YouTube era, IG era. That's with 19 keys and the paradigm shifts that's come out of the IG era. And then there's the Facebook era. Young Pharaoh and you and other people come out of the Facebook era. YouTube was the most dominant thing. That's the HOK days. But I was always watching and paying attention to all of the different platforms as to who was coming through. So, you know, I was able to catch a lot of people in those times. Then there's the TikTok era. And anytime they come out with an app, it kind of spawns new eras and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're in the streaming era, guys. And you would be remiss if you allow a rule or an unwritten rule about age limits in streaming. It's almost like telling people they can't rap because they're the age of Malice and Eclipse.
Right.
The same way that they shattered the music myth, Somebody needs to shatter a streaming myth that you can't have subscribers at $5. Your IRL is not worthy or important. You can't review. You can't listen to music. You can't make music. You can't make beats. You can't code, vibe code. You can't chill with your people. You can't have anything to do with Twitch or Kick. You're not allowed there. There's a sundown town type of shit going on out there with people with Rockaway the airplane hats with salt and pepper beards. They don't want none of that. That's insane.
That's control. That's centralization.
Yes, it is. So, my brother, it's been a while. Once again, very good to see you. I've seen that you've been doing your thing all around. On platforms, on your platform, you did something with Brother Rich, I believe, a few months ago.
Yep. Set people up right back. I think the day before or after Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, or New Year's Eve or something to that effect. But it was in the last week of the year, 2024, to bring in 2025 to put people in what I think is one of the best positions they can be in going forward in this new money matrix.
So you onboarded and got everybody dressed for the party leading into the new fiscal year, when theoretically, because I remember it clearly, that's when Trump started throwing the Trump coin out there and the Melania coin. Mm-hmm. This was early 2025. Mm-hmm. So considering what you did right before the beginning of 2025, you potentially may have set a lot of people up to be early on the Trump coin.
No, definitely.
Because that was a one-day $1 million maker.
Yeah, in fact, more so to that fact, man, I'm just gonna tell you, my private community that I have, man, we got so many deep divers and researchers in there, and this I can, this timestamp I can show everybody. They actually dropped the Trump coin, if I'm not mistaken, in my private community somewhere around, and somebody in the chat can correct me, between like $1 and maybe $5, and then it went to $70 later on, like within a couple of hours. So you got to think. If it was $1 for every $1, you turned it into 70 within a couple of hours. Where else are they doing this at?
Where else? So the idea, the concept of the 1 minute millionaire exists. There are 1 minute millionaires on Robinhood. They have 1 minute millionaires on trading Bitcoin and whatnot. There's 1 minute millionaires on FanDuel now. There's 1 minute millionaires on all of these platforms that I'm not going to give free advertisement for. But and meanwhile, our people who we know who they are, we don't have to get into all of the different titles. But let's say the collective, our people, because the power is the people and the power is in the people. We saw that with our very own eyes when we went to Stone Mountain a few weeks ago or Strongs ago. Mm-hmm. That it was one of the most powerful, power-driven, power-laden, events that I've been to in a very, very long time. You know what I mean? It supercharged my batteries. So there's been a disconnect, however, with our people because we have not managed to, quote unquote, collectively come together and build a tangible future for ourselves, utilizing some of the resources that have been staring us in the faces for a very long time. I want to know from you, what do you plan on bringing to our community and to the network on the 15th of August? It's going to help them see the power of working together, the possibilities of working together, the opportunities of working together, the ease in which we can work together, and the pros and cons of working independent by yourself versus working with a network or a quote unquote Facebook group or a blockchain collective like a DAO.
Okay, well, first and foremost, in order to do any and all of that combined under the sun within this new money matrix, they got to be educated. So the number one thing that I'm going to bring to the community is education. Because without that, we're not going to be able to move forward in this new world. You'll be
Right.
surprised how many individuals don't understand the old money matrix. How they gonna understand the new money matrix? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So number one, we're gonna be educating the people on how to maneuver in this space. And one of
Right.
the biggest things, like you were saying earlier, and it's actually interesting that you started the video off with the brother that was rapping that is saying is unhoused, as you said, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
unhoused brother.
yeah, the unhoused brother, right? There's platforms that have been built up within this new ecosystem, or should I say, they're creating what's known as a live to earn society right now on the blockchain,
Yep.
where individuals are able to go on about their daily life, do things that they would do on the regular, and at the same time earn a return, not for changing up their habits, but for actually following through with their habits and being paid to do that in cryptocurrency. So a brother like that, if he ran into the right individual like myself, if I was out there, I'd definitely been down on him and introduce him to things within the decentralized physical infrastructure network world. I'm pretty sure, or I'm not gonna assume, but if the brother does have a phone, he could be getting paid right now just for walking around using it, getting paid
Right.
in crypto. You know what I
Right.
mean? So within this new economy that's building up, it's gonna separate those that are living to earn and those that are trading to earn. Those that are taking money out of their everyday paycheck, putting it into the market, versus me just doing what I do every day on the regular and being able to be part of the market. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be by default at the end of the day. So we're really going to be showing individuals how they can get their hands on crypto in a number of different ways. Number one, without having to put capital in. That's going to be one of the main goals. Uh,
Right.
on top of that, and I've been saying this for years, right? I've been saying this for years that individuals need to start opening up gateways, payment payment doors in order to accept cryptocurrency for their goods and their services. I don't care if you cut grass, sell clothes, do readings, um,
Right.
sell plates.
Pay
Y'all
me in
have
crypto.
man, you got to find a way to start incorporating. You never know. I'm gonna tell you something. It's almost like closed mouths don't get fed. You never know who around you will spend crypto with you if you don't ever offer the ability to spend crypto with you.
Right. You don't even know who got it if you don't say pay me in crypto.
Come on, man. Do you know what the Satoshis with a couple of dollars here and there could possibly? In fact, more so to that point, let me just show and prove something real quick, Red Pill. Is it? I can share my screen, correct?
Yes, you can. Let me take this
Okay.
one.
Hold on. Let me get something pulled up real quick, just so I can show and tell them what a couple of dollars here and there may be able to do for the individual. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me get this pulled up real quick. This right here should be an eye opener for everybody. This should be an eye opener for everybody right here. Let me just get this pulled up real quick.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Take your time. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you have pen and pad on hand. There's going to be a lot of note taking tonight. I promise you. Take my word. Take my advice. For the studious ones, that is. For the ones who can take handwritten notes and turn them into full essays and things of that nature, take full advantage of tonight's show.
All right, here we go. Let me make sure. All right, so this right here is really kind of the genesis. Let me share my screen real quick. This kind of like the genesis of me, coming into the world of crypto, right? And what we're going to be looking at here is the early days of me doing a transaction. Here we go. Now, as you can see, hold on. Let me actually pause that. Here we go. As you can see, look at the price of Bitcoin when I made this video. And this actually wasn't the price, because if anybody out there has ever used the Bitcoin ATM, it's a markup. So if it's reading 3,300, the price was probably somewhere around 28, 29, maybe $3,000 when I made this video, right? Now we're gonna let it, continue. And one thing I want people to always kind of remember, right? When you're looking at what I think is going to be the future of the reserve world currency, or what backs the medium of exchange for that currency, the way I look at it now is not from an investment standpoint; it's from a long-term savings account standpoint. You got to understand, money is time and energy converted into a instrument.
Right.
For the longest, we've been converting that time and energy, your 8-hour workday, 12-hour workday, whatever the case may be, into the instrument of fiat notes, right?
Yeah,
So now you take that 8 hours worth of work. Let's just say it was $10 an hour. You got paid $80. The devaluation of the currency over time, if you're saving it in money, is chipping away and taking away the time that you work. So they're stealing your time with cash. That's what y'all got to understand. Cash is not king. Cash is a thief. All right?
Debt note.
So now, a debt note. Hey, I love teaching that to my class out here in Chicago, showing them what money is and what money ain't. You know what I mean? So we'll use this example. Go ahead.
It's an instrument that is an entropy. It's not growing, it's dying.
Exactly.
It's not expanding. It's the opposite of what crypto is doing. Crypto is growing. Crypto is parabolic. Crypto is advancing. Fiat is dying, shriveling, is losing its energy, is losing its value. So
and has been doing so for the longest, right? So now in this right here, what I'm doing, I'm just showing them how to use the ATM machine, right? But what we're going to pay attention to is the amount of Satoshis I was able to get. All right, so we got $20. Okay. We got 20 in there. Already we got about 629,000 Satoshis on board. We're gonna compare what this was today or this day versus today. So that's 21, 22. We got $23. All right, 23. Oh, hold on. And that gives us, hold on, I want to get the number right. Let me go back. Right there. So now what we're getting is 723,530 Satoshis for $23, right? $23, 723,000 Satoshis, all right? Now, if we go and compare that to the value of Bitcoin today and see what that $23 is worth, right? So remember, we're looking at, and you know what the biggest disconnect for individuals from our specific demographic is?
Yeah.
We don't think about what $23 could be worth in 3 years, 5 years.
Right.
We look at that. I got to right now. I got to put food on the table. I can't save this, but at the same time, that same individual might get a dime bag at the end of the night with a pack of blunts. They might get a pack of Newports at the end of the night with a beer, right?
Sure.
So we got capital that we can tap into. It's just that we're putting our vices over the investment.
Right. They ain't putting that as a top budget.
Which is actually the name of a book I'm coming out with, From Vices to Investments. Be on the lookout for it, right? Be on the lookout for that. But now, if we look at that, right, that was 723,530 Satoshi. If we look at what the value of that is today, what was that, 723? Oh, hold on. That was 723,530. So that $23 that somebody may have lost. You know how many times somebody lost $20 in their jeans, brother? $20 in the couch, $20 under the seat in the car, $20 under the dresser, $20 in that Averax leather you ain't wore in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Right? Those dope money. Right now, that $20 would be somewhere around $800. $800.
That's crazy. So
like right now, people will be like, okay, you're earning Satoshis, but man, I'm only getting $2, $3, $5, $10. That's because you're looking at it right now. You're not understanding that you have future money. You don't have right now money. You have future money. And the prospect of that future money, right? They said, can I zoom in? I can zoom in for them. Prospect of that future money is what really matters. Hold on, wrong way. There we go. Hold on. Just so y'all can see. There we go. Right here. That's 720. Right here. So if we look at the value, right? 723,530 Satoshis. $23. 723,530 Satoshis. $830. So I don't see what the discussion is. I don't see what the problem is. I don't see what the disconnect is. Right? As they continue to effortlessly print capital and inject it into the market, your time and energy is going to be worth less and less and less. You have to find a way to not only preserve your time and energy, but gradually over time, free up your time and energy. Because if you look at it like this, right? Let's just say on average, you're getting paid $20 an hour, right? And if you were to save, we'll say, so many years ago, that $20 an hour in something like a Bitcoin. Today, the amount of capital that is saved up for me has freed up a certain amount of time and energy that I would have had to put forth in order to make that today. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying.
Yes, indeed.
Got to find a way to preserve and grow time and energy. And this new money matrix, in my humble opinion, is going to be the way not only for us, but our children and our grandchildren. So you got to find a way in order to accumulate this. Getting paid in crypto, one of the main, hands down, best ways. Hands down, best ways. And I'm glad some of y'all getting this. Yeah, future money concept clicked. I'm glad you had that oh shit moment just now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just future money, man. Not today. Stop looking at it like today. But we're going to have a lot. Now, but Ray, you ain't gone into what you're giving away for those early birds yet, have you?
No, let's get into it right now. Great segue. All right.
Yeah, the mic is yours. The mic is yours.
So we made an announcement on the first day of launching this book that we had a special gift for our early birds. All right. People who popped up and tapped in with us early and whatnot. So we want to make this announcement on the show tonight, and we have a world premiere as well. So it's a double whammy. Then we're going to introduce you to our good brother H Factor, and we're going to talk about the Genius Act. So y'all about to get put on to some high level game, solution-based conversations, and something that would cost another quote unquote group of people thousands of dollars just to be amongst to hear this type of conversation. But the first announcement that we want to make is that on August the 15th, which, ladies and gentlemen, is Nipsey Hussle's birthday. Our good brother Nipsey Hussle's birthday is on August the 15th. We are doing this to be in perfect alignment with our good brother, who is the patron saint for those of us who are a part of the New Money Matrix. This brother is Blackamoor Messiah who ascended into godhood, and he has been, quote unquote, shining his light. But yeah, we're going to keep his memory alive by doing a masterclass, right? This is not a workshop. I want you to know, we have to be very clear. This is not a workshop. This is a masterclass. This is not for the spectators. This is not for the quote unquote, this is not for the spectators, and this is not for the quote unquote, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Dumb twiddlers.
Dumb twiddlers, right?
No, man, it's for those that's ready to get busy, man, and change their economic future.
Say it again.
It's for those that's ready to get busy and change their economic future, man.
Right. Matter of fact, this will be an intro, and we're going to speak about who this is not for and who this is for. This is not for spectators and speculators. This course / masterclass is for investors. This class is for doers, not thinkers and not knowers. This class is not for the anti-warriors and the worriers. People who worry because they have FOMO, fear of missing out, always on the sideline. You know, the instigators, the haters, the agitators, the alligators, the nowalators. They see you now and say they can't support you till later. We call these people waiters. Excuse me, waiter, can I have some water? This class is not for charity. This master class is not for the charitable. This master class is for masters of their destiny, masters of the future, masters of the universe, masters of your mental, the amount of grief, the amount of guilt, the amount of shame, the amount of regret that the average person feels for not stopping at that ATM, at the bodega, or the gas station, or the mall, from the years of 2012 to 2025, when the shit was $3,000. Yeah, it's enormous. It's a weight that they can be felt with just going through the Bitcoin conventions. However, we won't succumb to this mental anguish, and we won't be amongst the poor, poverty-stricken dollars, fiat holders, debt collectors, analog wallets. No, we will not shy, and we will not stay on that sinking ship. We can read the writing on the wall, and the paint has dried. We can read the graffiti on the train. We know that this has shifted in the matrix, this new money matrix, this new money paradigm, the key maker, the one that's seen as the engine, no face, killer, one and only, Chicago, crypto, blockchain bully. His reputation is written in stone, ladies and gentlemen. We are dropping a book. We are dropping a book, all right, for you and yours, on the 15th, all right? And this book is going to be called Pay Us in Crypto. And it's going to be a workbook. And it's going to be a pamphlet. And it's going to be a guide so people can have something in front of them, methods on how to get to what they need to get to, formulas so they could get to the moolah. You know what I mean? This is going to be a monumental book. We're going to collaborate with multiple geniuses in our community, okay? One of those geniuses is with us tonight, and we're going to introduce you to him. But before we do that, we want to know who in the building has their ticket for the 15th, all right? Who has their tickets for the 15th? Whoever has their tickets, you will get the book for free, all right? Whoever has their early bird ticket, those of you who bought your tickets already, and those of you who are buying your tickets, you are going to have Pay Me in Crypto. The book is going to be called Pay Us in Crypto, and that is going to be on August the 15th, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are going to have yourself a free book. Everybody else is going to have to pay $50 for the book that we put out. Pay Us in Crypto, the book, to go along with the quote-unquote Masterclass. That is on the 15th. And without any further ado, I want to premiere world, premiere the full version of Pay Us in Crypto. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pay Us in Crypto. All right, let's go.
The marathon continues.
Huh?
I said the marathon continues.
Marathon continues, y'all.
Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up at dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped nose. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Mistos, causing chaos and play up Calypso. I paused in kitchens and caused addictions. I paused prescriptions and caused inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores in Brixton on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bumpton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not for focus in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up at dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets nipped now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso. Hickory dickory down. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Crip walk the crypto, lived off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Told Virgil right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in discos. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up the dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco and you say what the heck sounds. Every player gets snips now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Like take the day off and play up the pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the world premiere of Pay Us in Crypto. You're going to be hearing a lot more of that song. So just get yourselves together. But without any further ado, I want to introduce to you our third guest of today's show. This brother right here is monumental, epic. He is a pillar and just me and blues, quote unquote, current movement. The brother is a genius. He's a coach, you know what I'm talking about? And he's also very, 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 very tapped in to the blockchain and AI and crypto, not only in Atlanta, but around the world. You know what I mean? So without any further ado, I want to introduce to you our good brother, H Factor in the building. Salute.
Salute.
Salute. It's good to be here, man.
Yes,
And,
sir. Yes, sir.
You got me following Chicago crypto, so you know,
Oh, man.
my notes better be amazing, right? This brother has a resume of bringing quality info to this community, so I don't plan to be any different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to carry on tradition. You know what I mean?
And let me just say too, man, it's a beautiful thing when that's what I love about the information community. It's the community that it creates.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed that you introduced me to this brother, and now we able to connect and actually build and grow for the people. Because I mean, the conversation that we had before we went live, y'all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're put together, right? We're put together.
Man, this is an amazing brother right here, man. I'm happy to teamed up with him, man.
So I feel that it's time. I've promised my platform over the past few months that we were walking through different levels of information. But I said as we go into the third and the fourth, we're going to shift the gears and get into solution based. We're going to go a little bit heavy lifting, similar to being in the quote unquote gym and whatnot. However, this is the mental gym. This is the gym where you're lifting weight based off of how much information can you carry, how much can you curl it, how much can you quote unquote push it and whatnot. You know, some people grab the information and they put that thing down because it's too heavy. So these are two heavyweights, and we are going to have a heavyweight conversation tonight. This is not for welterweights. If money is not your thing, I don't know. I haven't met anybody where that's the case. To be honest with you, I did speak to a mermaid before, but even she asked me for a cash app when it was all said and done. So money rules everything. You know what I mean? Like it's a universal principle. And what we're going to talk about tonight is the newest, I would call the newest nod in that belt, or the newest etch in that quote unquote sketch. And that would be something called the Genius Act, right? So without any further ado, my good brother H Factor, can you explain to our audience what exactly is the Genius Act?
First of all, let's think about what was happening when this came out.
Yes.
12-day war, right?
Yeah.
So while the right hand was over here, the left hand was over here, right? Totally changing the monetary system. So this got rushed through the Senate. It started in the Senate, which is normally backwards. Normally it goes through Congress and then the Senate. No, they started from the money side. The Senate determines the budget, the fiscalness of America. Congress makes the rules, Senate makes the budget. So Senate started with this. They said, hey, this is a budget issue. We got to fix something. What was the issue? The issue is that nobody was buying U.S. treasuries. And we were printing money to buy our own treasuries from ourselves to pay the interest on our debt to the Fed. Right? Let me say that again. We were printing money to buy our own treasuries so that we could pay interest to the Fed. Not to build bridges, not to build roads, not to create programs or feed people, not to give away tablets or cell phones, but to pay debt, right? So this Genius Act was done because those toxic U.S. treasuries that nobody wanted, they had to force somebody to take them. And who they are forcing are these stable coins. So the stable coins are companies. USDC, Circle, is a company. USDT, Tether, is a company, right? Fiserv is a company. Trump is a company. That's who's launching these stable coins, right? But why? Why was the Genius Act genius? One, it's going to save the dollar because nobody was into dollars. You got BRICS out there. BRICS have already said, we don't want dollars. We want to trade in something else that's kind of backed by gold, right? So they're wanting to go back to the gold standard. When did the gold standard go away? During the Bretton Woods Agreement, right? Remember when we went off of, we became a fiat currency during the Bretton Woods Agreement. That's what made the U.S. the petrodollar, right? Made us the global currency. So when the global currency is no longer wanted globally, you got to do something, right? So what's genius was the timing of it all, and the fact that this corrects the biggest issues in the dollar, right? The biggest issues in the dollar is that it's over leveraged. You know, banks can lend 100% of the dollars that you deposit. 100%, right? So you just think you got money in the bank. That money's gone, right? What you have is a digital representation of your money, but that money is gone. That money's already been lent to somebody else's credit card account. See what I'm saying? So when a bank crashes, nobody gets that money. That bank can take 100% of your money. So what's different now? With the Genius Act, in order to establish a stable coin, you have to, one, buy treasuries, or two, hold dollars in a separate bank account, or a separate account that is monitored and reported once a month. And for every dollar of stable coin that you have available, you have to have a dollar of reserves, right? A 1-to-1 reserve. And for those of us who are not sitting on billions of dollars or who are not at risk, most of us are probably covered within the 250,000. What is that? What's the thing with under 250,000? Your money's covered, right? That's the majority of our community. We're all inside of that. FDIC, right? Most of us don't have FDIC issues, but for those who do, you know, this is a big issue because when a bank goes belly up, they take all of the money and they run, and the debtors get none of that. So what's different now? Now they have to have a 1-to-1 peg. Now they have to report that monthly, and if it's off, the CEO can go to jail. The CFO can go to jail. The COO can go to jail. if that 1-to-1 peg is messed around with. Number two, consumer protection. And a stable coin, the consumer is the first lien holder. And in cash, you are the last lien holder, right? The bank is able to pay all their bills and then deal with you, right? Even in crypto, look at Sam Altman, what happened with them. The consumers were the last to get paid, right? And these new stable coins with the Genius Act, the consumers are the first to get paid. They are the first lien holder. So if a bank goes belly up with a stable coin, the consumers are the first off the debt table. And that's huge. That is a major change from a regulatory environment. Number three, AML KYC. Everybody in stable coins or crypto are gonna have to do anti-money laundering and know your customer, which means there's not gonna be any fake actors. Everybody is gonna have an ID connected to their account, right? So where some people are able to have 20, 30 different accounts, you can have a Cash App or well, there's not many platforms dealing with money where you don't KYC other than cash, right? But this is going to ensure that, they reduce the amount of money laundering and fraud. So stable coins is not where you do dirt. Crypto, it's not where you do dirt. These are immutable transactions, meaning they can't be erased. So why is this important? Because this is going to bring crazy amount of institutional money into cryptocurrency. I say institutional money, I'm talking slow money that's not looking for a fast buck. This is money that's normally buried deep somewhere, right? This is going to bring a lot of the 401k money, a lot of your bonds and your stocks and the majority of what's backing our current financial system is going to be moving over into these stable coins. So right now, the stable coin market is close to 200 million or 200 billion, right? They are expecting it to go to $1 trillion by 2026, maybe close to 2027. So 200 billion to $1 trillion, that's 800 billion in just dollar to dollar stable coins. Who's going to be launching them? I know Circle is launching one. Circle already has one. Fiserv, who is the largest fintech company in the country, they handle payments processing for the majority of us. They're going to be launching one. Trump has already launched his USD1, I think it's called. And he's already doing some major Middle East deals that'll be settled in his stablecoin. MasterCard, Visa, they're going to be launching stablecoins. So we're going to see a tremendous swell in the number of stablecoins that are being released or launched. And my challenge to our community is going to be, what's our play? There's two levels. You got above 10 billion, that's regulated by the federal, and below 10 billion is regulated by the state. So if you're in a state that is crypto friendly, you're likely going to be seeing stable coins launch in your state, right? Whether that's credit unions, whether that's a local school even, but definitely big businesses are going to launch stable coins. You know who can't launch stable coins? Big, huge tech companies. They put a provision in there that would prevent companies like Facebook, Twitter, platforms like that from launching their own stable coin and basically out competing or ruling the market, right? Facebook tried that with Lira, I think 3 or 4 years ago. And then so they made sure that the tech giants don't have the biggest advantage in this, and that this is focused on getting the small market, giving them a chance to participate in this space. So the one last thing before I break here and let y'all kind of comment, Red, is this replaced the Bretton Woods Agreement, right? This took us from where we were backed by gold, and then we became a fiat currency, and now we're getting a digital backing again, right? That props up the dollar as a continued global currency, because it's the dollar that's going to be stabilizing all of these digital currencies. The digital dollar is way more valuable than the paper dollar. So we're going to see a lot of money in stable coins. What else are we going to see? We're going to see a lot of liquidity pooling, right? A lot more money flowing into liquidity pools. The Genius Act actually protects technologists, protects people who are launching, platforms and coins and different things, protects them from being sued and from being prosecuted for what somebody else used their technology to do. So this is to protect these, founders like us, from being scared to create new platforms because you're afraid if somebody uses it for crime, you're going to jail with them. So this protects creatives. What else? Oh, the unbanked. Now a lot more of the unbanked will be able to get access to accounts just through their mobile phones, as opposed to having to have a bank account. So it's really going to open up a lot of things for the small. What we have to do is hold these tokens accountable to the small. Like, what are you doing for the small? Okay, Fiserv, you want to launch a coin? What are you doing for the small, right? What are you doing for the unbanked? Because if we don't hold them accountable, they're going to launch and we're just going to be using it. Why are you going to use it? Because they're going to pay you more interest for it instead of the 0.9% you get right now in your bank account. You're probably going to see these 3, 4, 5% interest bank accounts popping up. Maybe even 7, 8, 9% interest bank accounts popping up. So for us, it's going to be about just staying familiar and not letting something like this that happened during this 12-day war. And it got signed by, it was a bipartisan agreement. When's the last time they agreed on anything bipartisan? Spending money. That seems to be the only thing that they agree on, bipartisan. Spending money, right? Another big, beautiful bill, right? But this was before all of that. This was signed even before, was it before or after the big, beautiful bill?
Big beautiful bill.
I think this was before the big beautiful bill came out. So I said that to say, when you look at the priorities, it was shortly after, if it was. This was a priority to prepare us, one, for World War III, right? Finding ways to be able to raise money, to not have to borrow more money. We don't have any more capacity to borrow money. Our debt ceiling won't support another war, right? So putting XRP, Solana, Bitcoin in the U.S. Treasury just in time for them to jack the price up 1,000% is probably likely what's going to happen. And the same thing that they did, I think it was Roosevelt, when he collected all the gold. And as soon as he had all the gold, he jacked the price of gold up from $15 up to $35. Right? What did that do for the U.S.? It put a ton of money in their coffers. So, same thing here. Same play is happening.
What happened after that?
Well, we went to war, and we didn't have to borrow money. But I see what you're saying, and they didn't kill Roosevelt. They were thinking about it.
No, I was just tapping into the war part. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we went straight to war. You know, every time there's war, there's a currency war before the war. Before World War One, what happened? The Federal Reserve was created in 1913. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was before World War One. World War Two, the Bretton Woods Agreement came right after World War Two. So these world wars are about money. They're not about people not liking each other. They're about positioning sovereign currencies. And this stable coin is going to be another positioning. So it would behoove us to not be on the sideline in all of this. It would behoove us to understand how stable coins work, how they make money, how do we make money with it. And that's why my brother Chicago Crypto has been teaching us about liquidity pools, and I think he said we have Know the Hedge, right, where they're using these liquidity pools and growing people's money safely. I think that the volume in that space is going to increase tremendously, and I think we need to be in those courses learning how to put that together, or at a minimum, collectively coming together to launch.
Your audio is choppy. They got you in a blender. They got you in a blender, King. Your audio is choppy. They got you sounding like you invented the remix. They put auto tune on you. The minute you said what you said, they like.
They knew what they was doing though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let me just piggyback off what he talking about.
Whoa,
right?
whoa. Veggie back more. Veggie back.
My fault, my man.
Yeah.
Let me Reggie back. Let me Reggie back on him. No swine. No pork on the fork.
No pork on the fork.
But yeah, like man, when we look at what's really going on in this space, right? And people saying, man, why would I put my money in here? If we just look at the stable coin market cap. Now he hit it on the low end. We about 100x what he said, 2 billion. And he may be talking about the lower ones, but the stable coin market cap is 274,640,135,291 so far. That ain't got nothing to do with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, XRP, XLM. This is just people holding their dollars in a decentralized world, right? And I'm gonna wait for the brother to come back because when he was going into the Bretton Woods and how he took us off the road standard and everything. Yes,
you getting feedback.
Can you hear us clearly?
You gotta fix that. Corey, you gotta fix your audio. It's choppy.
Yeah, but they got so many different stable coins coming out, bro. Like I could guarantee you a lot of people don't even know that PayPal got their own stable coin.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. PayPal Mafia.
You know what I mean? It's like people are on the sidelines watching this go down, and they're none the wiser, right? What y'all looking at? These are your dollars. These are your children. Listen to what I'm telling you. These are your children's dollars that you're looking at right now. These are your children's dollars. These are your children's dollars that you're looking at right now. Okay.
Can you go back to the top of that so we can see the debt? I'm sorry.
Here go to full market cap right here. In fact, let me refresh and see if it's updated. That was 274, about 600. Okay, 274, 655. So 274 billion, $655 million. In the last 24 hours, the trading volume is about $84 billion. So $84 billion have been traded within the last 24 hours. Like, come on, man, what are we really talking about? Once again, this is y'all children's and your children's dollars. This is not dad and grandma and grandpa's dollars, mom. Even though we're dealing with them right now. Right. Even though we're dealing with them right now. But this is more so for us to be knowledgeable in order to pass down to our children how to operate in this system. You know what I mean? So, stablecoin liquidity pools are prone to impermanent loss and can prevent massive fees earned. The only source of real yield. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Tone from Chicago dropped a real good jewel for those that may be boots on the ground and understand how this new money matrix operates. But he said stablecoin liquidity pools aren't prone to impermanent loss, which we'll get into during the workshop, and can print massive fees during both volatile and flat market conditions. This is the only source of real yield in crypto, in my opinion, and I agree with that. I agree with that.
I agree.
What people don't understand is that they're not used to having dollars work for them, right? They're used to working for dollars.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep off the money that you have, so we're talking about outside of a business. I ain't talking about you got an online business and people are buying stuff 24 hours a day. No. The money that you save, the dollars that you're not using, you have to find a way to put them to work. And they work beautifully over here in this world versus how they do in the traditional world. In fact, more so to that point, what's interesting, I just looked at an interview today. Franklin Templeton is now dipping their feet into the decentralized finance ecosystem. In fact, let me see if I can actually play. Let me see if I can play this from earlier. I don't know if we got audio or not. Let me see if I can play this from earlier, what she was saying about these yields. And this is what people got to understand. Are you able to hear that? Is that audio coming through, Red?
No, sir.
Y'all can't. Why can't they hear my stuff? Interesting.
Play it again. Nah, straight muzzle on it.
Damn. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, they're just talking about the way that they're able to yield in this space versus in the traditional space. You know what I mean? If you're logged into your Instagram on the laptop, I would visit the page and play that, because that's real pivotal in what we're seeing as far as the institutions getting their feet wet. You know what I mean? You got things like,
send it to me and I'll play it.
Okay, hold on. Grab this up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna throw it over here in a little private chat. There we go. But you got liquidity pools over here paying out 48.76%.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? This is, y'all. Do you know what the average interest rate of your savings account is? And a lot of people don't know, and that's what I mean about individuals not understanding how the old money matrix works, and having to first onboard them with that information in order for them to really comprehend not only how this new money matrix works, but how it benefits you 100 times more than the old money matrix. Like it can't be rivaled. It can't be rivaled. For those of you that may be tapping in from Brazil, the Latin community, you got things like Money on Chain. This is specifically for the Latin community, because a lot of that, if you go follow their Twitter page, a lot of it is written in Spanish. You know what I mean? But they've created their own project out there because of the devaluation and the volatility of their money, which is backed not one to one, but backed by Bitcoin, should I say, right? So now they've created their own stable currency by backing it by Bitcoins in a reserve. You know what I mean? You got things like reserve rights, right? Stable coin. Let me see. It's so many projects of people changing the future for themselves for the betterment, utilizing this technology, man. And like I said, we over here twiddling our thumbs, not knowing what's going on.
Can we talk about what we've been doing? I don't know if it's
no, definitely. So I mean, what we've done, man, is we've I wouldn't do that. Because it's private information. This is for the private community. But what we've done is we've been able to come together as a collective, me, you, and a couple of other choice volunteers. We were able to put our money where our mouths were, and we were able to get a return on that capital over 100%. So we were able to double our money just coming together, building. Right? And the door's open for individuals to join. All it is a collective community, right? A club, if you will. But everything that we're doing is transparent, 100% on the blockchain, trustless, right? And no risk of robbery or stealing In my humble opinion, man, what we've been able to do over there, Red, especially within the quote unquote black community, is something that we haven't seen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know a lot of times where in the open, as far as what's been broadcast,
Right.
people have come together for an economic shift, and people been paid in whole from it. A lot of times within the black community, people get fucked out of their position, man. They put money up front, and I apologize for the language.
So,
you know what I mean?
But what I can say is I've never seen a return like that you were able to create. You know, how long were we pooling that? A year or two?
No, it wasn't 2 years. Probably a year and some change.
A year and some change. You at like family, understand me. I don't think y'all understand who we have amongst us. The proof is in the pudding. These are things that you can't cook the books on a hedge fund manager. That's one of the top positions that you see these people in. You feel me? If anybody could cook the books, they would look. He has results. He got the proof is in the numbers. It's blockchain. By golly, you know what I mean? My bread doubled. I've never had it do that anywhere else in such a capacity. So let me just say it like this, because I don't like to have these conversations in the public. You know what I mean? When it gets past a certain, when you got to get a wire for the bread, then it's not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Go ahead, y'all. Just I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Give them a way to tap in, man. Give them a way to tap in. We'll come back and we'll come
back. All you got to do is email me. This is this will be the whatchamacallit, the subject line. And I'm putting my email right down on the bottom, the mark125th@gmail. It will be in that blue strip that's scrolling, that right there, that blue. That is the email that you contact me about any business, any comments or concerns. It goes right there. Thank you.
And now that we got the brother back online, man, I wanted to Reggie back on what you were speaking about as far as the Bretton Woods agreement and taking us off the gold standard, and what the power of the stable coins had to do. Or have the ability to do. So I don't know if you're familiar with like Pax Gold, which is a actual back crypto, backed by gold though. You know what I mean? So we're already starting to physically back cryptocurrencies. You got XAUT, Tether Gold, which is a tether form, which is backed by gold, right? Which also allows us to grow interest not only in dollars, but you're getting it in gold form. So as the value of gold goes up, the underlying purchasing power that the individual has also goes up with it. PayPal got their own stable coin.
Ripple.
Man, RLUSD. Now, this is a play that I like for the simple fact that we've never been in a position as far as on the ground level, everyday mom, pop, Joe Smo, where we can bank in a foreign currency that may be outbeating our own currency. And what I mean by that is, and this may be making more sense for those that trade Forex, but when you see the euro dollar outbeating the US dollar, right? What better way to accumulate wealth than to make a decision, have the decision, number one, but then make the decision to hold your money in euros on the blockchain, and then get paid interest in euros on the blockchain, right? Because now what you're doing is not only are you accumulating more euros, which if they are outpacing the dollar, by default, you're accumulating more dollars, because the value of that accumulation in purchasing power in USD is also going up per USD versus euros. Is it making sense to y'all? These are real gems right here for some of y'all. But like I said, man, we living in the future right now. I'm living in the future, and I'm trying to bring the present to the past.
Man,
you know what I don't see?
Talk to me.
I don't see Africa at all anywhere on this list. And where is all the gold? In Africa. So I see tremendous opportunity. I don't see that as a problem. I see that as an opportunity. We don't speak problems anymore. We speak solutions. I think the same way that, people want to support Abraham Toure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is the Central African Republic? Where is the stable, coming out of that region? I know the Central African Republic is in the game, and they're issuing coins. So I think this is a huge opportunity for developing nations to be able to get their diaspora engaged. What do I mean by that? Nigeria's diaspora in the U.S. sends $8 billion a year back to Nigeria. Okay, 8 billion. So remittance is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. That's just charging people for moving money, right? Western Union robs our people that are sending money back to Africa. So stable coins are going to be a huge opportunity to, one, reduce the fees, reduce how much it costs to send money home, and two, increase our ability to do cross-border, to start introducing products and sharing products together. What's the number one products we could share? Digital products, ebooks, courses, music, training, education. There's a lot that we can do before we have to start actually shipping physical stuff. Right. We can export intellectual property. You can make an app, targeting,
vibe code apps at a hackathon.
So you can vibe code apps, absolutely. So for us, it's about, the borders just got erased with this effort. And we're back at financially at a place where there's no more borders. It might take you a couple more button clicks, but you can get it done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody said Walmart and Amazon is participating in stable coins.
Oh, the big companies and the little companies.
The world.
I see Delta launching a stable coin. I see, airlines. I see this is going to be the new way that companies innovate.
Right.
Starbucks, if they separated their rewards program, they would be the 120th largest bank in the world.
I saw that.
Just the currency that's in their
reward. The cards that they had.
Yep. So now you'll be able to take those Starbucks rewards and buy a car with it. Or you'll be able to take those Starbucks rewards and pay for college with it. It's all about interchangeable currencies. What does that mean for you? Every one of our businesses should have some kind of rewards program, right? Every time you attend a Know the Ledger,
every time
you should be getting some kind of rewards. Like,
look, tell them how the bookstore is set up, how we have a reward system in the bookstore and also a membership system.
So everything you purchase, you should be getting a reward. Whoever you're buying from, if they're not giving you something, then you got to relook at that relationship, because what drives economy now? Viewing some content drives economy. In real life, going to a concert drives economy. So who doesn't get paid in all of that? The consumer. That's what's changing. What's changing is that now consumers are looking at numbers like what's on the screen, 9.3%. Go back to that, brother, real quick.
Hold on, I got
you. You don't get them kind of numbers in America. You get 0.93% annual.
Point.
What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to cater to everybody because I'm seeing somebody, something real interesting. Because I'm trying to have people think outside the box, and I see somebody said that they need to create a stable coin for gaming. And I just wanted to bring this story up to let people know that look, this is what's already going on. Gaming studio Snail explores developing U.S. dollar stablecoin. Like
absolutely, Battlefield 6.
They're coming.
Battlefield 6 is going to be.
Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. I need fire emojis in the chat. I need y'all to hit the like button. I need y'all to share this video. I need y'all to treat this shit like it's a listen. You understand? Let's go. Let's go. Like this shit is levels. Like we unlocking shit right now.
Yeah.
If y'all only know what type of framework is being laid out, for those who can hear and see, y'all are getting the game of a lifetime right now. Yeah, let's hit them like buttons and let's hit those shares. All right, please continue. Let's keep cooking.
No, he's absolutely right. I mean, look at the stablecoin APYs over here, and then let's look at the average. Let's look at the average APY of a savings account in the U.S.
It's gonna be shameful.
The national average savings account yield is 0.57% APY.
0.5. Do you know how much these jokers are making? Do you know that they're making 1,000% a day? Do you know they're making 1,000% a day, and they're annual 365,000% to give you a half of one? That's crazy. And we thought streaming numbers were weird.
Right.
Yo, this is the new digital economy. Like I said, these are the dollars your children are going to be using. You might as well start opening them up, decentralized savings account, and start earning it. Imagine you start opening up your child's Gerber fund or whatever the case may be with something earning 10.86%, 11% in dollars. And then the thing you got to actually comprehend about this space is it's actually compounded. Why?
So, of course, it's going to be about teaching our people how to launch their own stablecoin. I think you at least need to know how, even if you're not going to do it. You need to know that it's possible. Like you're not going to play professional football, but you pretty much know how the game works, right? So if we're not launching a coin together, which our community really needs to be focused on that's where our energy needs to be. Not worried about the Epstein list. We need to be worried about who's making stable coins in our community, you know?
And a precursor to that is us being able to build the capital as a collective in order to fund ventures like that. Because everything needs backing, man. And if we don't want to go outside to get that backing, we need to start growing that backing today.
Absolutely.
All right. So what I want to do in the spirit of, solutions, I'm in a giving mood. I'm celebrating. I'm going through grief right now. But in my grief, I'm like, you know what? Let me just open up the motherfucking floodgates, because the person who I'm grieving over, he was the nigga who would be like, nigga, you a fucking star, nigga. This world is yours. I can't even get into telling y'all. You feel me? So I'm like, you know what? Let's open up the floodgates and let's give these people a MFing solution that they cannot deny. Because what was just given to them is undeniable. But let's even take it further and give them motherfuckers Corey. Let's give them the Yapit play.
Let's give it to them. Can you share, or you need me to share?
I need you to share. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, on the 15th, first we doing the Lionsgate, 8/8. I'm doing the all day. I'm doing a 24-hour stream on 8/8 Lionsgate. I'm giving y'all access to the gods and whatnot. I'm going to be streaming with the gods all around the world. Health, wealth, knowledge, and self. We're bringing all of the legends together on 8/8 Lionsgate. Then on the 15th, me and Bully is Pay Me in Crypto. We're going to give y'all all of the tools, all of the keys. We're going to give y'all a book, a workbook filled with all of the plays. So even if you close your tab on your computer, even if you lose your phone, you got the plays right in front of you. It's a workbook. You could light up and whatnot, burn your sage, get your settings right and run your play on a book. It's interactive. We might even have an app. But right now, we're going to show you how to utilize a new app, a social media app, but it's an everything app. It's not a regular app. It's in the App Store, the Apple, and it's in the Google Store. But it's Black owned, and it's the truth. The same way that you don't hear about the brother who's able to do the gasoline out of plastic and he had to go into hiding, it's the same way that you don't hear about technology that drops and whatnot, like Seven Bomar's technology or his tools, or this brother out of Antigua who came out with an everything app. This rivaling WeChat out of China. Yap It. Check it out, y'all. I promise you.
Yep. So this is Yap It. First of all, it's built on a stable coin. Let me start there. I'm gonna go into the wallet. Every account has a wallet. And this is...
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, bro.
It's not
write
sharing.
this down. I need everybody to write down what this man is saying, because sometimes people get on the internet and they be about that yap it. Niggas be yapping. Yep. But we're bringing you something called Yap It. I want y'all to go to the AI. I want y'all to research this. I want y'all to act. I want y'all to figure out what you have in front of you, the opportunities that are presenting themselves. Please continue.
Yes. So everything you do on this platform, you earn for it. Every like, every comment, every post, you're earning. See this? When I like that, I earn. When I comment, I earn. So everything you do earns rewards. That's why it's called social monetization. See this? You get points. I'm gonna show y'all my reward history. See where I just liked that post? I got a point. See what I'm saying? 1,000 points is $1. So if I want to redeem, I can convert 1,000 points into $1 and it goes right into my wallet, right over here. See over here? Now, let me start from the money. This is built on a stable coin. So you can load money in with your card or with your bank, right? Or you can load with crypto soon, right? We'll have Coinbase. You'll be able to load your Bitcoin in here. See that? If I want to send money out, I can send money back to my card, to my bank, or I can send one of y'all an invoice where you can pay me with a QR code. If I want to send to one another, we can send money to one another on here. It's no charge. I have a virtual card on here. See that? That's my virtual card.
Come on.
So I can load that in my Cash App. I can load that in my Apple Pay. What else?
Go and research an everything app. Go and research WeChat out of China. That is what Elon is trying to build, the everything app. This is ours, right in front of us.
Let me show y'all something. This is all of our vendors right here, right? So all of our vendors and their products. We've got some people in the community that are on here. I know New Diamond is on here. I know Winter is on here with her coppers. You know, we need the rest of the community. We need digital products. We need ebooks. We need stores, you know, in here. Why would I want that? Because I can, if I like this, say I want to support, I want to share it. I go in here, I copy this promo link, and now I can post and include that in my post. Let me show you. Do a video, drop this in there. Where's my link? Oh, is it video? Right here. Make it public, private for friends. It's just a lot you can do to promote other people's stuff and get paid. When they make a commission, you make a commission. Here it is. See that? Then I add my post. What does that do? Now, if somebody clicks on that and buys something, I automatically get a commission on that straight into my wallet, right? See right here? It comes up just like this. You click on it, boom, straight to purchase. So this is all about social monetization. This is all about the ability to support each other and to be able to put your money where your mouth is. For instance, you're posting on Instagram, but your money's not on Instagram. You have to leave Instagram to get to your money. You're posting on Twitter. Your money's not on Twitter. You have to leave Twitter to get to your money. On here, your money is here. You can buy stuff here, and you're earning money every day. So the goal is $1 a day. If you earn $1 a day, you can support somebody. You can buy somebody's song, right? You can buy somebody's music. Where else we're gonna go? Oh, Eventbrite here.
Yo, this
Events.
is huge. This is huge, y'all.
Look at
Like,
events. Now, this is all the events in the community. You earn points for posting events. It doesn't have to be your event. You can post events off of Eventbrite. You just add these events. Why? Because we want to know what's going on out there, right? Now we got our own Eventbrite. Right? People can pay you through here. They can actually buy your ticket. Right there, buy event. See that? Scan the QR code. We should be able to know what's going on. Look, this is in Alaska. So everybody locally should be adding events. You get points for it. You get 20 points for every event you add, you know? So yeah, it's just, you can post, oh, this is a beauty. You can sell music on here. Let me show you that. So under music, you want to go sell. And now you put a price to view, say $1, right? And a price to download, say $50 to download it, right? Then you add your posts, you know? Guess what? I've sold music. I don't even make music, and I sold music on here, right? I'll show you all the proof.
hey, Red, we really can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know if it's my mic or not. I mean, my audio. I can hear that.
Yeah, it's stuck on that picture.
Let me take it back out. Go back.
But nah, you killing it though. Everybody that's listening to this, put a fire emoji in the chat if this is something that you have envisioned before. Keep in mind, I run my mouth so long on this show that I literally spoke this into existence. That is called magic. That's Hector. You know what I mean? You sound low and super far away. We need you to be booming, my brother, so my clippers can clip this. This shit is internet gold right here. You're going in, bro. You're taking our people down rabbit holes that I would love the fact that the Lionsgate is coming up and we getting our people ready mentally, letting them know what the hell is going on. Yeah, we right on time, bro. Oh, yeah, I sound far away? Hold on. You know what had happened? I was on the wrong microphone. This was the problem all night.
There you go. There you go. Now we can hear you.
This was the problem all night.
Not the whole night, but you was gone for a minute.
Damn. Thank y'all for telling me. I was on a webcam mic. Nasty work.
So here's case in point under music. So y'all know Jefferson with Athletics.
Athletics, yes.
He put a song out here for $1 and I bought it. I supported him, right? And now I got his song. So I'm saying that to say, I know there's some musicians out there. Let me ask you a question. How many streams do you have to get in order to make $1?
100 million.
It's a lot, right? So I put a song out there. I've made $3 from it. How many streams would I have to have gotten to get $3? See what I'm saying? especially for that's with no PROs, no labels, no A&Rs, no none of that. Just my community was able to buy direct from me and bought my music. So this is going to change the game, especially for things like podcasts, audio, the audio of your podcast. My brother Chicago Crypto, don't discount the value of your audio. I know we've been doing video, but audio is very important. Look at Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Right. It's publishing in your audio, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Your audio is a stream like an album is, because it's your audio.
Your audio is a radio show.
Every single YouTube is a BMI check.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is really going to help us monetize. This is our social monetization, not social media.
So with that being said, because I'm doing segues, let's get the app to protect us from the quote unquote, how to prepare us and get us dressed up so each one of us could get ready and get right.
My music?
Huh?
My music?
No, the app that we created, the app that you dealing with protecting the artists and their
absolutely let me
publishing. The most important part, the number one quote unquote problem, or the number one issue that billion-dollar artists are facing, right? Make sure y'all sign up underneath my referral code. Let me drop that.
Put it out there,
tweaking. You know what I'm talking about? Don't get on this app and start tweaking and whatnot. I need y'all to sign up to Yap It underneath the referral code. We got to make it make sense. You know what I'm talking about? There's a magic when you make shit make sense. We're not just going on these apps to be freestyling. This is the referral code. Let's get this thing popping. I promise you, you know I'm not going to steer you wrong. When I say we got this, we got this. The key, though, is that we got to work together as a collective. That's the magic. That's the ingredients. If you leave that out the cake, then it's not going to bake. You know,
are you talking about this one, Red, or the other one?
I'm talking about the other one. Okay, well, this one too. This one too right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but this is a great time to announce that me and his brother will be doing a workshop for the month of August. And that's going to also be dealing with vibe coding. And it's also going to be dealing with a whole bunch of things that we're bringing to y'all. But the brother H Factor, he is a vibe coding specialist. He's a genius. He's able to create apps out of one conversation, one consultation, and you could wake up the next day to either a website, an app, or a tool. Maybe not in one day with the tool, but he's definitely skilled like that. He has multiple certifications. He created, we're all about solutions, you know what I mean? We're all about solutions at the Content House and at KTL Plus. So the brother has created solutions to help every single starving artist that's been getting robbed over the course of thousands of years who don't have ownership of their masters. We have an app now that can help you get your masters back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get that.
Yeah, these are monumental times we living in right now, y'all.
I'm gonna pull it up for him real quick, Red. Pardon me.
Look,
because I got
pay us in crypto. Now, why are you doing that? Pay us in crypto. When AI meets crypto, right? So the red pill with the AI and Chicago crypto with the crypto. And when we come together, because I learned from him about all of the new stuff in the crypto world, and I'm able to share with him all of the new stuff that's in the AI world. And then when we meet in that middle place to create, the family is going to be the benefactors, right? So not only are we building up, we're building up quote unquote a Discord for the 15th coming up. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a one and done. We're going to be building up a Discord so we could basically start vibe coding as a community.
Absolutely.
These apps launch and have launch parties like they used to have mixtape launch parties. How about an app launch party? How about a DAP launch party? How about your quote unquote product launch party? You know, there's so many things that we're going to be doing in the new paradigm. So I'm very enthusiastic. What a way to end the two last quarters in 2025, running into 2026. I've said before that we survived the bear market.
Mm-hmm.
How was your bear market, big my brother? How was your bear market? How did you survive it?
You asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
By discharging debt and getting paid through liquidity pools, stablecoin liquidity pools.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you have the plays and the methods. I'm sorry, brother. In fact, that you have the plays and the methods on how to utilize stable coins in the liquidity pool to offset debt and pay bills and things of that nature to stay afloat.
100%.
Say that. And that will be inside of this book that we're putting out on the 15th.
Yeah, definitely.
Family, did y'all hear what he just said? Hold on.
It'll be some nice little tidbits in there, man. It'll be some nice little tidbits in there for y'all to chew on. You know, marinate for a while. Definitely got something for y'all, and something else I want to bring to the table too, Red, with the Discord, if I'm able to, right?
Yes.
The way that I run my Discord is token gated, so you have to hold a specific NFT in order to access all the information in the Discord, right?
Yes.
So what we'll be able to do for those that really want to take it to the next level and learn how to utilize this new system, these decentralized wallets, these non-custodial wallets. What we'll do is we'll create certain tabs that are token gated with our NFT, and I'll put certain information in there that'll only be able to be viewed by the token holder. Like I said, if you want that information, you're gonna learn how to use these wallets. You're gonna learn how to onboard your capital. You're gonna learn how to buy that NFT. You're gonna learn how to tap into the future of finance. That's what we're giving you right now, the future and the present, but we're coming from the future, bringing it to the past, because this is the past for me.
I'm one of those people that can listen and see the future. I'm able to project myself into the future that I've created in my mind, in my head and whatnot. But you brothers are like key makers, because y'all coming with them keys to unlock all these doors and whatnot that allow a brother such as myself to really like become a soothsayer. I could speak the future into existence, because y'all making that happen. Real quick, we got about 10 minutes left with our good brother Crypto Bully. I'm gonna take some questions from the audience real quick. We're gonna knock out. Let's do a speed type of thing, where in 10 minutes we answer 5 questions, 2 minutes each. Right? So here's the first one. This is my first time linking in. Most of us have our money direct deposited into major banks. Can we as a people have our hard-earned money directly deposited on our own crypto?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get that up for you real quick.
Yes, sir.
If you can, go ahead and let me share the screen real quick.
Yep.
Hold on. And this just off the top of my head, just to go with the question. This right here is one of the probably easiest ways right here.
Okay.
Utilizing it's a way that everybody got Cash App for the most part if you're in the US.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So now paid in Bitcoin is a way for Cash App customers to turn a percentage of their deposited paycheck into Bitcoin. Choose a tiny amount or set up it to 100%. It's up to you. So just to easily answer the question, yes, you can through Cash App.
You can. You can deposit directly on your Cash App.
Yep, and have it turned into Bitcoin.
And soon on Yapit, we'll be able to issue bank accounts, and they'll be able to do direct deposit to Yapit as well.
Beautiful.
Don't let nobody scare y'all, man. Y'all should be putting out mother effing class action lawsuits against motherfucking Al Roker, these niggas for scaring y'all. Talking about, like, not
Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon scared people away from Bitcoin for how long?
I'm ready to go to Tony Busby for a charge. Like, I'm ready to team up with Tony Busby. These niggas have taken advantage of us. Had me miss out on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Had a nigga scared against Bitcoin. Who do we sue? Clearly these niggas lied to us. Clearly they doing catch and bait. They doing bait and switch on us. Yo, Bitcoin is evil. Give me 800 stocks. Niggas is doing a Pelosi play on us. Who do we talk to? Because this is the mind state. Everybody understands what's going on, but Bitcoin is taking over. Niggas don't got that. So in 3 years, niggas is not betting for 3 years to come, because it's gonna be a time where the power is gonna go on board with something that they don't got. So the average Negro is afraid of that reality to come to fruition, because they don't got Bitcoin. It ain't like they like bringing on, I'm sitting on 20 Bs and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
These niggas got BitTorrent. They don't got Bitcoin. So what do we say for our people who don't got no crypto, near fucking coin, nothing? They got a Subway token. What is the strategy that we're gonna bring on the 15th to make them walk away saying, I got this, I'm good. My fears have been settled and whatnot. You know, my FOMO is cured.
Pay me in crypto.
Pay me in crypto.
How they gonna catch up? The best way
OnlyFans model. Pay me in crypto.
The best way to acquire is to require.
You a legend. Say that again, please.
The best acquire is to require. Pay me in crypto.
So I want to ask you this.
Hold on, let me add on to that quote. Let me add on to that quote. I got to add on that legendary quote. Comprehension before compensation, everybody. You got to have comprehension before you look to get compensation, because you might lose all your compensation without the right comprehension.
Comprehension before compensation?
Yeah, comprehension. Hell yeah. Before you look to get compensated, you got to have some type of comprehension.
Absolutely.
I like that.
So we need to see more crypto business models. We need to see more crypto services, right? What are the services? Are great. Cut grass for crypto, massages and chiropractors, services, lawyers, accountants, nail techs, barbers. People with crypto have everyday people needs, but they can't get them with their crypto. We're making them switch out of crypto to do business with us. We got to stop that.
Right.
We got to stop that. Pay me in Bitcoin. Pay me in Satoshis.
Let's go.
Pay me in XRP. I'll give you 9 different currencies you could pay me in.
Straight like that. Just don't pay me in fiat. Respectfully.
Don't pay me in fiat.
Yeah, respectfully. I'm off that. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, y'all knew that Starbucks was accepting Bitcoin and crypto. Like the businesses are already on par.
Been on it.
You understand me?
Insurance. You can pay insurance with crypto.
Are we going to show in the book the steps that any person or business can take to basically accept crypto? So pay me in crypto is not just an anthem song. It's actually a formula and a method. Are we going to show the people how to go from accepting dollars and dead presidents to accepting to accepting crypto, which is basically magical money?
Oh yeah, that'd be an easy chapter.
Okay.
Fiat is they remove. It used to be 90%. It used to be 9-1. Now it's 100% of the money in the bank is lendable.
Right.
So I don't want none of that. I don't want ghost money.
That's crazy. For the family in the building, we have a very interesting August. This whole month is dedicated to finances and dedicated to the new economic paradigm. is dedicated to the merger of technology and DeFi, which is decentralized finance. Is dedicated to blockchain technology and also Bitcoin technology. A lot of people don't speak about the technology of it. You know what I mean? But we just put our feet on the gas. We're not gonna let up. This is going to go all the way into the end of the fiscal year. I owe it to y'all, but we are going to celebrate the winners. I sent out an email blast today, and what was interested is somebody out of the thousands of people, there was one person that replied, and it was like, "Yo, why I'm not with your movement, Red Pill. I ain't with all of this crypto shit. I get money and whatnot. Miss me. I'm not feeling this movement with this crypto stuff." So I basically said, no problem, my good brother. You know what I'm saying? You getting money and whatnot. All I'm doing is I'm celebrating the wins of one of our quote unquote contemporaries who returned a 1,000% on a hedge fund. I'm here to celebrate him. So we're sending out a mass email to inform our quote unquote network that we have winners amongst us. Kindly remove yourself from this email blast because this is the email blast of winners, and you're not in a mind state to appreciate and to support and to quote unquote to hail up those who are winning. It's nothing to talk about. This thing that we're talking about with crypto, I'm not going to twist anybody's arm. I'm not here to convince anybody. This is not for the spectators nor the speculators. This is for the motherfucking doers. Or everybody that's still trying to know this shit and think about it, no problem. Sit over there on the sidelines, you know what I mean? Behind the streamers and whatnot. Everybody that wants to get on the dance floor, let's dance. We've been doing this since 2013, literally holding people's hands, coddling them, right? And convincing them to tap into something to make them greater. We're not doing that for this workshop. No offense. We'll get back to that. But on the 15th, we're here to celebrate everybody that came up over the past 20 years. That's what we're here for. Pay us in crypto. I want the whales to pull up. I want niggas from Japan to come to the event because they heard there was so many whales here. I want the whales to pull up and talk that dog shit. Show off, you know what I mean? Pop your shit. Show what you got. Show what you've accumulated. Show your wins. Show your losses. You know what I mean? But pull up because the good brother is going to be serving a classic. I promise you, we behind the scenes working on something that y'all have never seen. This is one of the biggest masterclasses. It's not a workshop. Workshops start at $1,000 and go up. This is not a workshop. This is a masterclass, but it's going into 5 hours. We might even bring H Factor in the building. It just depends on how the early birds eat the worm.
I like that. I like hey Red, and I got to put this in. If you can, go back to that last message that you had, because I want to present something to the community and to y'all that I didn't speak about, where it said we should have a crypto tour to all the states to make people more aware. Highlight that message real quick.
I saw that. I caught that.
Yeah, I'm gonna share something that my community is aware of, but I don't think that your community is aware of it. It was by Tamika Green.
Tamika Green, I'm looking for it right now.
9:56 p.m. right there, right? So I got a movement going on right now called Bill It to Bitcoin, right? And the idea is that we create a donation wallet where individuals from different cities donate to me coming to their city. But everything that I do is going to be paid off Bitcoin, for me buying the train ticket, the hotels, the food. Yeah. I'm going to show people how you can actually live off of Bitcoin. Come to their city, do an event, and then go to the next city. So if individual,
can I add on to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That I'm glad that you said that, because you're a genius. I'm actually vibe coding an app that's addressing that. And what we're doing is we're taking the business model of what China does with social capital, and we're applying it to social capital in our community. So because of the social capital that Bitcoin Block Bully did over the course of certain years, because he has proof of work, both in the metadata of the videos that he's done and his work has a valuation to it, right? His work has a valuation, because if he helps somebody become a billionaire, then his valuation is already at $1 billion and whatnot. So his social credit, we need social credit scores. What does that mean? That means that I'll be willing to leave Atlanta because my social credit score, I'm sorry, not my social security, my social credit based off of my proof of work of my social entrepreneurship will guarantee me flights and lodge free of charge. I have a food, every vegan restaurant, I have a diner's card. I never have to pay for anything vegan wise in any city that I go to. I never will have to pay for Airbnb for not just me, my family and their family. So if I wanted to stay at an Orlando castle, an Airbnb in Orlando that looks like a castle with 10 rooms, if I wanted a peer space like how the streamers rent out peer spaces, I would never have to come out of pocket because my social credit is the fact that I was in Harlem from the years of 2005 to 2020. If you run up the social currency of what I'll put in, my social capital, it creates a bank account. It creates a quote unquote tokenized system and whatnot, to whereas I'll have access to everything that I need, because me coming to your city is a gift. Me pulling up to your city is more beneficial to your city than me leaving my house trying to penny pinch and trying to fund my way to help my people, when we could crowdsource, right? Because if it's 20 or more, if it's 2,000 people coming to see you, if it's 200,000 like the Invest Fest, that's crowdsourcing. That's how you create leverage. That's how you create value. That's how you create a reward system, and that's how you create a quote unquote a currency that circulates. Social credit systems. So that incentivizes John Doe, or that incentivizes young Heru Abdullah El Bay that's chilling in somewhere in Chicago or Detroit, who's trying to weigh out, do I want to be a YN, or do I want to be a healer, or do I want to be a part of this life? He sees that there's a social credit system where people are being rewarded for being righteous. They're being rewarded for being master teachers. They're being rewarded for being upright. So they're like, nah, I'm incentivized to be a part of that life because there's a reward system, versus where we're going through now, where there's no reward system, no value system, no penalty system. Niggas could do anything, say anything, commit any type of crime. We're waiting for white people to tell us if that person is guilty or not. But we got Orishas, we got all of these readings, we got all of these tools and whatnot, but we play ourselves into this quote unquote reality of this matrix, and we're not taking our destiny in our hands, like the brother who designed the Yapit app, right? Who put that together, or like Bitcoin Block Bully, who's put together multiple programs, multiple frameworks. Our brother H Factor, who's put together multiple businesses, multiple frameworks, and multiple solutions. So we don't got to suffer and we don't got to go in circles. So I want to say thank you to my brothers for pulling up and making this a classic episode, dropping so many gems that, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all could take this shit to the Diamond District, to Adam Sandler, the Uncut Gems, and get you some Moissanite necklaces, my nigga. Like, do y'all have any words that y'all want to leave the family with? You could be long-winded. Don't feel restricted by any time constraints. Let them know where they can find you, and let them know what's coming up on this platform with KTL.
Definitely. If I can share my screen real quick, just to share a couple of things with the family.
Yes, sir.
If anybody that does want to really, get down and deep and dirty within this crypto space, you can visit my my website. It's blockwallstreet.io, not black, block. So BLOCKWALLSTREET.io. But the idea is to rebuild Black Wall Street utilizing the blockchain. Therefore, the new movement, Black Wall Street. I definitely want everybody to be a part of this movement and rebuilding what they tore down. They can't tear down the blockchain. So it's really time for us to take a hold of this new technology that's in front of us and build this up.
The
For those
website is fire, bro. You're a legend. I love that shit is lit.
and I appreciate it, bro. I
That's
appreciate
lit.
it. This is, not something that I planned on, more so something that was planned for me. You know what I'm saying? By the universal creator. So I'm just happy to be
Oh,
here doing what I'm
you
doing.
being guided by forces that are greater than both you and I, bro. You were being guided. You were being divinely guided through the. I've been to your. I've been to where you domicile. I've been to your hoods. I've been to your quote unquote, to where you stay at, and I can attest being out of Brooklyn, Flatbush. You are locked in. You're nestled in. Wherever you at is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You're in the most realest of realest places. So when I hear you, when I see you, and when I tap in with you, I know that it's coming from a place where it's not just benefiting you. I know the people that you're benefiting. Quiet as kept, spiritually speaking, it was poetic justice that I received the word of my comrade making transition when I was on live with you on Friday versus me being on live with somebody else, because me and you experienced a loss of a loved one as well. And that really, took me into a lot of places. I spent a small amount of time in this young brother who is your nephew, in 2020. And I grew a liking to his spirit. You know what I mean? I saw the light in him. I saw the God in him. So I felt safe on Friday when I got that word that somebody from the streets who I was very tapped in with, and he played a significant role in my quote unquote underworld activities. And but not just my activities, he played a significant role in delivering me to this community safely, because he stepped up and he held it down for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
And no, that's powerful, bro. I'm glad you shared that with me, because it ain't no strange happening.
I felt comfortable being in your presence, receiving that information, because you're one of us. And I didn't break down. I didn't get all crazy, because I was like, I'm here with Bitcoin Block Bully. I feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's somebody I could talk to, I could relate to. Let me show you something.
Hey, and while you do that, man, I just want to add and share this with the family that man, really my brother was the headliner of this. I assisted where I could, but we set up a foundation in Africa, in Ghana, bro, and the foundation built under my nephew who passed, who was killed in Chicago, was able to build a water irrigation system in Ghana within 30 days. And right now we're supplying water to, I believe, 2 mosques and about 5 different schools in Africa in the name of my nephew.
That's beautiful.
Those that may want to support, man, follow Class is Never Over. Reach out, Block Wall Street at protonmail.com. Not Black Wall Street, but Block Wall Street at protonmail.com. You know what I mean? But this is all in the love of the passing of my nephew. We decided to, do something that's gonna last for the people, and reach back to those that often get forgotten, because, bro, it's a totally different ball game over there. You know what I'm saying? They slums ain't like our slums. It's really the slums over there. So to be able to bring water to people that didn't have it originally, man, it's just a different feel. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think people realize the power that's in it. Brother Corey.
Yeah.
Have you ever been able to go overseas and do anything in any of these shanty towns, or what they would identify as third world countries? Like, because you might come from a hood, you know what it means to be what it means to be trapped in a hood going under hood things. So it's like, if I bring a fucking some water to my people, or some damn toilet systems, like you feel this vindication, like you really feel like, oh, I was going through it, but I see somebody going. I'm able to level these people up and take them out of whatever their
Absolutely.
level of what they were going through.
Let me speak to that. Too many people want to impress and not impact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we seeking impact, not to impress. And impact is when you not give a man a bottle of water, but dig a well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Impact is when you not, shoot somebody $20, but start a school. You know what I mean? That's impact. And
Right.
for instance, we have more ability to impact over there than we do here. Why? $1 US is 1,500 Nigerian naira.
Talk about it. Break
Right?
that down.
So let me break that down. The average monthly salary for a Nigerian is 40,000 naira. That is 27 US dollars a month. You want to talk about impact? Send somebody a month's worth of wage for $25. That's impact, right? What can you do with that here? Nothing, literally nothing. You won't get no change.
But what can you get from Nigeria?
There you can get a month.
Money. Talk about it.
So I think for us, we need to be seeking impact. And that's what impresses me is when you're doing stuff like what my brother's doing. I'm in the wastewater management space. We're creating, the ability to turn wastewater into fertilizer for gardens and irrigation systems and into vertical farms. So I'm definitely interested in whatever I can contribute to your situation over there, brother, because they need that. Wastewater is the beginning of development. It's the beginning of the establishment of a city or a town. If you can't handle your wastewater, they cut out the power. If the power cuts out for 6 months, 75% of Americans would die. Water management due to dysentery and cholera and airborne diseases for the lack of wastewater management. So you got whole towns over there that doesn't have a single septic system. Come on, people. So yeah, we got to be more impactful. So I appreciate what you said, brother.
This is a conversation that will continue, ladies and gentlemen. I will be doing we have an upcoming 4-week workshop with H Factor, and we have the August 15th Masterclass with our good brother Block Bully. If y'all pull up crazily, I'm going to be able to twist his arm and try to get a workshop out of him. Work with me. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to entice him to do the workshop because I need 4 strongs with him. But it's really on the people. Y'all got to show me that y'all want it. When you show me, I will show him like this. You see, they want it. And then we got them. But we here to level up. I promise y'all something, and I'm delivering it. It's only beginning. Y'all give our guests, please, some love in the emojis, in the form of emojis. It was told to me that releases dopamine. The only thing closest to a cash app when you hit a money bag drop is emojis. The ultimate dopamine release is the cash app money drop. That sound effect, that's what we like to hear. But before that, we like emojis. Thank you, everybody that got their ticket. You got books coming. You have a book coming to you that's gonna blow your mind. I shit you not. The book is the book. You can only buy the book in crypto.
Yeah.
You can only buy the book in crypto. The book is gonna be an NFT. We running it through the legend blockchain bully. We're gonna show you about 100 ways to get bread the crypto way. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Crypt out of Crenshaw, the neighborhood Crypt, the crypto god, Ermaeus, Mr. Prolific, Mr. Nipsey Hussle, Mr. The Marathon Continues. We doing it on his born day. Y'all about to get a motherfucking bag. I shit you not. Play some Nipsey from right now, my niggas. Play Victory Lap leading up to the 15th. Get in the mind state. The Lionsgate is around the corner. We about to walk through that bitch. I'm doing a 24-hour streaming university Lionsgate motherfucking stream. I might bring Jesus on this bitch. It depends on if Twitch will let him on. I promise you, we going crazy. Let me share my Twitch channel. I need y'all to pull up to Twitch. There's no way that some young YNs is gonna tell us, the OGs, Big Unk and them, that we can't get on the motherfucking Twitch to eat. We're not going for that. You know what I mean? That's a lie. They want Unk and them to pull up. You know what I mean? They need the big Unks. They need father figures on Twitch. So we're going to do that. But we're also going to do it on Yapit as well. It's going to be a Yapit 24-hour stream, maybe at the bookstore. In the daytime, I'm going to be doing On Pad Miyom, touching grass and whatnot. Then we're going to take it to Stone Mountain. Then we're going to take it to the bookstore. By the nighttime of 8/8, we're going to be listening to some God Hop music, popping bottles, smoking trees and whatnot with the family. It's going to be a whole day ritual on 8/8, which is on Friday. Make sure that y'all tap in leading up to the 15th and whatnot. Man, it's up and it's going. Brothers, leave them with some information and we out of here.
Comprehension before compensation, man. Just let that ring in your heads. Don't ever forget that saying. And really, you shouldn't go into any type of investment vehicle without that type of mindset. What the hell is it that I'm putting my money into that I'm thinking I'm supposed to get a return on before you do that? I appreciate you, brother. H Factor, definitely appreciate you. I'm going to be reaching out to you so we can put something together, man, because, I mean, we got a lot more projects that we're going to be doing helping those people over there, Joe.
Absolutely, brother.
This is really just an intro, y'all. This is an orientation. This is just a heads up to let y'all know what the fuck August is looking like.
Yeah,
man, it's spooky outside. I promise you. Get your shiesties. I need y'all niggas to get on that crypto time. Get your shiesties. Tell them where they can get their bully shiesties, man.
Get y'all shiesties. The website will be back up and running, Vintage Apparel. But right now, you can visit blockwallstreet.io. Get in contact with me. For those that are interested in the Billet to Bitcoin, what I'm gonna call it, event, right? Reach me at blockwallstreet at protonmail.com. My apologies. Block Wall Street. Red, H Factor, I appreciate you both. I'm out.
You already, man. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Let's cook. We got the book, y'all. Everybody that gets a ticket is getting access to that book. It's gonna be an ebook for y'all and whatnot. The hardcover is for those who purchase it, of course. The book goes on sale. The pre-sale is on 8/8 Lionsgate. It's going to release on the 15th. We got all of the legends in the community contributing and whatnot. This shit is going to blow your mind. We got Blockcoin, BitBully for the Masterclass, 5+ hours. Also, Red Pill as a host on the 15th, which is a Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Zoom only, my Nagas. Thank everybody for getting their tickets. You will receive the book the day of the actual lecture. We can't put the book out right now because we can't leak it. We got to wait till the day of the quote-unquote Masterclass, which is the 15th. We're doing this for Nipsey. We're doing this for the marathon. We're doing it for all of our Black and More Messiahs. H Factor, tap in.
The best way to acquire is to require. I want to see more blockchain business models out there. So brag about that. That's the flex for 2025. You launching a blockchain business model. And I want to see some activity on Yapit. So I'd love to see y'all join. Come on. We got the leadership over there. We need more of y'all. So I'm looking forward to seeing this community really take that platform over.
Imagine if you could build your own MF and Twitch. You know what I mean? We not here to be nobody's bitch. You know what I'm talking about? We don't want to be on no platforms that are not owned by us, so we can't get equity in, that they are trying to censor us, that they are stealing our swag and selling it to data centers. No way, no how. We have access to build up something that we could call our own, that we could be proud of. They could pay us for being us. We have access. Everything that we talked about for months on this show is coming into fruition. I'm just happy to be able to report it and whatnot. It's really going down. It's really happening. We're really in a paradigm shift. What a fucking time to be aligned. I want to go to some of my quote unquote sponsors, because you damn right. We got sponsors. We got people that believe in us. You know what I'm talking about? And they spend with us. Shout out to Infinite Treasures. We're going to go to this commercial, and we also going to play Pay Us Like Crypto one more time. And we're going to end with the 44 tops. Thank you, fellas. Put an emoji in the chat if you got yourself a ticket for the 15th. I want y'all to pack that shit. And seating is limited. We don't want too many people in the building. We got limited seating and an early bird special. Lego.
Trumpet sounds of golden harps. I saw in a Zion these crystal balls of lightning.
Definition of a crystal: order, symmetry at the biological level. Melanin is a complex crystalline biopolymer. It is found in the nuclei of all cells, and concentrations of melanin may be found in the brain. Melanin is that X factor that opens up those subtle realms and means of communication. Again, intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience. Yes, I.
Crystal balls of lightning, thunder in difference, 4 and 20 oceans around this. It was very cloudy, earthquake over the north and the south side. Seraphim throne.
What is Infinite Treasures? Like all things born out of the genius of necessity. Infinite treasures in the spirit of the ancient Earthkeeper tradition of Kefara, the scarab beetle. We gather all manner of earth relics, high energy hand-picked crystals, stones, minerals, and pure metals, and weave them into sacred geometric forms that elevate consciousness. 30 years of research and development have revealed secrets to creation. Sacred geometry is the structured form of mathematics that brings about manifestation. Laws that manifest on Earth can also transcend through space and time.
AAATM Master Workshop. Build and deploy the AI empire. Behind the world's next billion-dollar companies, the ultimate 4-week certification to dominate the age of AI with automation, agentic systems, and monetizable APIs. Stop being a spectator in the AI revolution. Build your own automated empire, deploy autonomous agents, and monetize your stack with real APIs in 30 days.
What if you could hire a 24/7 team of employees, developers, and marketers without paying a single salary? Welcome to the AAATM system, a complete AI, automation, and API training and deployment ecosystem for modern entrepreneurs, consultants, digital creators, and business owners who want to own the infrastructure of the future. In this 4-week live virtual master workshop, you'll go beyond prompts and ChatGPT and engineer the AI stack that powers high-profit, hands-free businesses.
Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up at dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player get snipped nose, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Bristol's, causing chaos and play up Calypso. I pause in kitchens and caused addictions. I pause prescriptions and cause inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores in Brixton on the dark web. You gotta pause every door's cause encryption. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bompton. Red on blue violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier of no doja. These crystals not from niggas in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets lips now, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up for pistols, causing chaos and play up calypso. Hickory dickory down, hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot, lick off a shot. Heavy in the middle, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Toe Virgil right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot, lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Players in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets lips now, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up for pistols, causing chaos and play up calypso.
Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Red, blue, purple light.
To this day.
Friends.
To this day.
Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Red and blue, purple light. Friends. Facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Before we get out of here, I cannot forget, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all subscribe to our new music channel, Hip Hopolis. This is our new music channel. I was supposed to push it earlier with a commercial. This is Hip Hopolis. This is a venture between me, Blue Pill, and Brother Rich. Make sure y'all go over there and watch the videos. We have a whole playlist. If you have not, 22 videos with me and Blue. 22 videos, a whole playlist. If you haven't heard of us, if you haven't heard our music on streaming, worry not. These are all visual videos. You get 22. This is the most comprehensive collection that we've ever had. I'm very proud. It goes all the way back to 2010. We're in 2025. So you get familiar with our catalog, you get familiar with the work that we've been putting in musically. That's something that we don't always push and harping on, but Hip-Hopolis is the hip hop, quote unquote. This is going to be the Vlad TV of our community. Help us build it up, share it, subscribe to it, comment on the videos. Once we are able to grow this channel, you are going to see it explode. You know what I mean? Get familiar with the music. Get familiar with the sounds. Get familiar with the quote unquote art. Get familiar with the craft. We not really we don't promote ourselves, but this channel right here is a great way. This is my business card. This is all of the producers, even the artists that email us, even the venues like in Japan and Africa, around the world. This is a good way to see our set list, see what we've been doing. Okay, this is called God Hop. It is not the typical hip hop, but it's history. It's history. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. All right, enjoy yourselves. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out until the next show. Techno Tuesdays is tomorrow. That one is going to be monumental. Make sure that y'all tapped in. 88 Lionsgate. 88 Lionsgate. All right. I'm going to be promoting that heavy. 88 Lionsgate. We're going live on Twitch and Yap It. Let me go ahead and give y'all the Twitch website. The 88 Lionsgate. Man, this one is going to be a movie. So make sure y'all join us. We're going to do a whole 24-hour subathon on the 88 Lionsgate. Boom. There you go. Peace, love, and light, y'all. Thank y'all for being in attendance. This one was a classic. One.